Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Now, this guy, Junior Omar Simpson, he's 38 years old, out of Briar Hall, Kendall Hill in Christchurch. Now, he was before the court for many crimes, but they talked more about the crimes of stealing and assaulting the police officers. And they didn't mention much about the 15-year-old girl that he violated. That was the most of all of the crimes. That was the most serious crime. But little attention was paid to that particular crime. Now, they made sure that they told him how much money he had to pay back for, not pay back, but he had to pay a fine for stealing a weed whacker, and then he stole 2 hams. They told him what the fine was for stealing the hams, and the police officers who were arresting him, they all were fighting, and he kicked one and threatened the other one. So the acting magistrate, Stephanie, she told him how much he had to pay, or else he would go to jail if he didn't have the money. Obviously, this guy did not have the money. Obviously, she's going to make sure that he gets, incarcerated at the hotel there in St. Philip. But what about the violation of the 15-year-old? If he had come up with the money, would he have been on the street, or would he have gone on bail? Was there someone there to stand bail for him? What about the 15-year-old? What about what he did is accused of doing with the 15-year-old? I mean, and he's talking about this guy, the same guy, Simpson. He wanted to go to Verdun House. That's the name of the place. And he wanted to go to the mental because he's saying that he has mental issues. Verdun House. And the mental, but this lady, the magistrate Stephanie, said it wasn't his first rodeo. That's something that I've said, it's not his first rodeo. Now they're talking about that. They have that in Barbados court. It wasn't his first rodeo. So she is sending him off to the hotel there in St. Philip because he was unable to pay fines forthwith. Okay. But what about the 15-year-old? What about the 15-year-old that was violated? Would he have been able to walk? Had he come up with money to pay the fines? What about the 15-year-old? What about that? Okay, you're talking about all the things that he stole and, the police officers and whatnot. But the 15-year-old, that was the most serious of all of them. That was indictable. And I didn't hear anything about a bail hearing. I didn't hear anything about that. Didn't hear anything about that. It's crazy. I don't know if it's a court reporter. Sandra Downs was the court reporter in this one. This is all of the Nation News, or I don't know if it just wasn't talked about. But what about the 15-year-old? What about her? Is he going to be on remand for that too, along with the fact that he could not pay the fines? What about the 15-year-old? What about her? What about what he did to her? I wanted to hear more about that, and there was nothing. There was nothing. Anyhow, he's at the hotel there in St. Philip. I guess I'll put him on, my, page on YouTube so that when he comes up again, I'll go back and see what was done and said about him. Okay, this is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.